go, 4th and 9. With 4 wide for Williams. Here's a blitz, 5-man rush. Williams throws, far side, pass caught by Rio. Oh! Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, clutch, touchdown for Smith Valley. The lead back in the Rangers with 8 seconds to go. What a play. Welcome to Inside Rangers Football. I'm your host, Brant Freeman, along with Smith Valley head coach Larry Hill. The Rangers are 1-0, opening the season this past Friday with a thrilling 24-20 win over Pflugerville Hendrickson. Smith Valley scoring the game-winning touchdown on 4th down from the Hawks' 28-yard line with 8 seconds left. Coach, finishes don't get any better than that.
No, it's pretty wild. I've done this for a while and certainly been around a lot of exciting finishes. And that one was pretty, to score twice in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and had a little bit of everything in there. You mentioned 4th down conversion, had a big defensive stop, had some near misses, and a little bit forward, a little bit backwards, and it finally came down to one play.
Well, the person responsible for throwing the football there was Levi Williams, making his Ranger debut on varsity this past Friday. 15 of 25 passing, 182 yards. Threw a touchdown pass, the game winner, also ran for one in the 4th quarter. An impressive run, by the way, there as well. So when looking back at his performance, what was your evaluation?
Well, he, like the rest of our team, he wasn't error-free by any means, but he found a way to get it done, and I think that kind of typifies our whole night. He's young, he's just up off the JV, and it was happening pretty fast, and most of the time he played very, very well and made a few mistakes like all our team did, but made a big, about as good a throw as you can make right there at the end when we had to have it.
Well, as we said last week, Levi is not the only new player in your varsity team. You look at the offense in particular, that entire offensive line, with the exception of one player, is new this season. How do you feel that they fared?
I thought they played pretty well against a really good athletic front. The 2 tackles were 350 and 290. The 2 defensive tackles were smaller than that, but really athletic and fast up the field. And they were playing some guys against, our O-line was playing against some guys who are going to be playing on Saturday here before long. And for that to be the first game and that caliber of opponent, we weren't without our bumps, but again, just kind of kept doing it, just kind of kept persevering until finally we found a way to protect a little bit enough just to get that last pass off.
Now, you have different players at receiver this year, not necessarily new players. As you're replacing guys from a year ago, you've actually made the transition, a couple of your guys from defense to offense, and it appeared that the experiment, by the way, of Ricky Rios and Mason Pierce worked out pretty good at wideout.
It did. Those guys can play, and players can play. I mean, it doesn't really matter sometimes where they play. They can play, and I think Mason caught 4 or so, and Ricky caught 2, including the game winner. Trayvon had about 3. Our tight end, Dorzell Hunter, caught I think 3 or 4. So, we really don't have any returning starters back on offense. Our tailback Nick Aiken played about a third of the game a year ago. Dorzell, who we mentioned, would get in for 15, 20 snaps a game, but no returning starters. So, we're still a long way from the finished product on that side of the ball, but they're starting to come together, including guys, as you mentioned, from the other side of the ball.
I thought defensively after the first drive by Hendrickson, they really settled in. Your defense did, with the exception of 2 big plays in the second half. Right. Overall, looking at the course of 48 minutes, how do you feel the defense played?
Well, I think, about like our offense, just kind of kept at it, a little rough at times. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, hold them. Then we misread or misfit on a couple plays, and they get a big one. And but when we had to have it, we needed 1 more stop if we were going to get the ball back and have a chance. Found a way to get that stop. So, we're not where we want to be, but we're not where we used to be. So that's a good thing.
Well, Coach, no shortage of big plays in the opener from this past Friday. Let's take a look at the film room and what stood out.
Let's go watch it. Our first big play comes on defense. Just a short screen pass to the left by Hendrickson, and 3 feature players, Trayvon Merrick to the extreme right, Brady Chubb, one of our safeties, in the middle, and Jacob Zuber on the inside or the left part of the 3 circles. You're going to see them complete the screen pass, which they can do. You see how he takes a snap, throws it out there quickly. We can't really stop that. But all three of these players play it absolutely perfectly and force the runner to run in between them. You can see all of them have their angles of defense, forcing him to run in the tunnel. He can't get wide, he can't get inside, he can't cut it back. And when he does, Jacob Zuber ends up getting the big hit, and they really only make a yard or two. You see it a little better from the rear. You know, it's all going to happen off the screen here. This is from behind the offense. Snap comes back, the ball's out quick, it's caught, and here they come. Again, Jacob Zuber on the right, playing through number 11 on the block. Brady Chubb in perfect breakdown position in the middle. Trayvon Merrick in great leverage shape on the outside, forces him to run inside. When he does, you'll see big hit by Jacob. Next big play is the special teams play. Trayvon Merrick with the arrow with him here is going to come into the B gap or inside and block an extra point after one of the Hendrickson touchdowns, which kept us within striking distance. See Trayvon go, he splits him, loses his balance, is able to be athletic enough to keep up, blocks it with the right hand. The pickup man, as we call him, is Nick Aiken, one of our running backs. He picks it up. Unfortunately, Hendrickson was able to get him tackled before he could get all the way down the field for 2 points. There's Trayvon again. You can see, notice there the arrow splits the defenders, goes up straight up with the right hand, blocks it. Nick's the pickup man. Big play by our special teams. Of course, the game winner is next. This is, of course, it'll be 8 seconds left when this play is over. We have 2 receivers at the top of the screen. It's a 4th and 9 call. Trayvon Merrick at the extreme top, and just inside of him is Ricky Rios, who will eventually catch the pass for the game winner. The ball is snapped. They go down. They're going to crisscross their routes. Ricky, the inside man, is going to go to the corner. Trayvon, the outside man, is going to run a post to the middle of the field, and we're going to try to isolate that defender there that's between the 2 lines. If he leans in, we throw out. If he leans out, we throw in. Trayvon goes in. He leans in for just a second. You can see he's pinned on the inside of Ricky. The ball comes out. It's very well thrown. He catches it. He's athletic enough to stay inside the pylon for the touchdown. And obviously with 8 seconds left, we're about as excited as you can get for a football game. See it back better from the rear as far as the offensive line is concerned. Hendrickson's going to come with a 3-man pressure on the pass side, have a defensive end on the lower left, defensive tackle to the right, and then up high left is a linebacker on a little insert blitz. And our 3 linemen handle that perfectly. That's Logan Smith, 71 on the left, John Bauer, the middle man there, going to pick up the blitzer, and our center, Justin Brestel, picking up the defensive tackle. It's a textbook on how you pick up a blitz. Levi Williams, our quarterback, has a lot of time. And there goes Ricky just about to leave the screen on that corner route and the ball, and there's Trayvon going into the middle. Pretty good coverage. And there's that ball coming in just over the outstretched hands of the defender. Great catch just inside the pylon for the game winner. And those are our plays of the week.
All right, Coach, so on special teams, you get a blocked PAT. Defensively, you showed us great discipline by your defenders there in closing in a ball carrier, a chance for them to make a play. And at offense, of course, the game winner. I'd like to focus on that one, if you could break it down for us and the design there.
Well, you know, we needed 9, I think, for the first down, although, you know, the first down wasn't as important at that point because we're really down to just a few plays, no matter what happens. And we were crossing some receivers. Trayvon's going to cross inside, Ricky's going to cross outside, and quarterback's going to try to make a determination on how they switch it. And they both leaned toward Trayvon. One actually tackled him. So that gave Ricky a step, and really we had great protection because they blitzed us. And you know, you can't really throw it any better than that. Right over the shoulder. Safety was really not that far out of position. It was just a nice over-the-shoulder catch, and then showed great athleticism, kind of toe tapping, getting in right inside the pylon.
Well, again, the Rangers are 1-0 after that win over the Hawks this past Friday. Coming up later in the show, we'll preview Game 2 of the season coming up this Friday against Austin Anderson. After this break, though, we go back to our weekly segments of Senior Moments with Emily Wick. More on that coming up in just a moment as Inside Rangers Football continues.
Here we go. Tie ball game with just 2 seconds left on the clock, and the Rangers are looking to score. Here's a snap. Bayless, who is wide open down the near sideline. And he makes a catch at the 10, the 5, touchdown. My goodness, what a play, and the Rangers win.
So this is it, huh?
Yep, this is where it all starts and finishes.
Joe Pavelek, Jeff Shin, Alan Hill, Pat Bailey, Matt Hilson, Clint Haney, Cody Fuller, Eric Anders, Garrett Smith, Andrew Sendejo, Josh Adkins could have dressed in the soccer.
We got work to do, kid.
We're gonna go inside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna get him on the run, we're gonna keep him on the run, then we're gonna go, 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 go. We won't stop until we're across that goal line. This is a team they say is good. Well, I think we're better than them. So what do you say, man?
Let me give it a try. Making videos is not easy. It's confusing and it's hard work. Well, I'm here to tell you, when your back's against the wall, call Wick Productions. It's who we use for game night scoreboard production and the Rangers Network.
Amazing, Coach. Another perfectly executed shameless plug.
All right, well, it is another season of Inside Rangers Football here from the Rangers Football Studios. And with another season of Inside Rangers Football comes another season worth of senior moments. And for that, we turn things over to this week's first edition with Emily Wick.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Boys, get out your phones. Text your mama. Tell her I said hi. Tell her you love her. All that good stuff. So, Weston, Brady, Bobby.
Hello.
Hi. It's good that y'all are here today. So, Weston, can you tell me who Mary Poppins was? Or is?
No, I can't. I've never seen it, no.
You've never seen Mary Poppins?
No, and I kind of knew that something like this was going to happen.
Brady, Mary Poppins?
No, I have no idea. Come on.
Please.
I got Mary Poppins.
Okay, Bobby.
Mary Poppins is a Disney character, right?
She is.
And she's like a nanny. She has an umbrella that floats around.
She sure
Mary
does.
Poppins.
She can actually kind of fly. Now, here's the real kicker. Do you remember, like, her favorite song?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That is a good one. Do you remember how it goes?
I'm pretty sure she says that a lot.
She does say that a lot. Do you remember another one? Do you remember the song about spoonful and sugar?
No.
No, it's just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. No, y'all have never heard that.
It's drawing a blank.
Okay, today y'all have a job. Ask your mom to watch Mary Poppins with you. She'll love it. Nostalgia.
Wait, is that one, like they're on a farm?
No.
I don't think they're.
Tooth.
I don't think they're.
No.
Different movie.
No, different movie.
I'm so lost right now.
I'm so lost. Do any of y'all have a favorite song that you like to sing? Please tell me. Yes, boys.
Yes, I actually do sing a song. It's in
Thank you,
Spanish.
Bobby. Okay, that's good. What song is it?
It's called El Rey.
Okay, ready? Get ready.
Can I have my background singers too?
Do they know how to sing it?
Oh yes.
Okay.
We
Oh.
We kind of.
We're pretty
Okay,
good
I'm
at this.
super excited about this. Okay, y'all
This is
ready?
like our group.
Are we gonna do the music or no? Just sing. Should I play the music or should I just sing it?
Just sing it.
Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, y lo que muera, sé que lloras, que llorar. Llorar, llorar, llorar y llorar. That's there we go.
That was awesome! That's the best ever. Good job, guys. How'd y'all start doing that?
Bobby
just
showed
started
it to
playing
us
it
a long time ago.
A while ago, and then we just. I control the music. Yo sé bien. So usually it's like rap, but every now and then you gotta change it up.
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to learn that one.
Ven que estoy afuera.
One more time.
Yo
Yo
sé bien
sé bien
que estoy
que estoy
afuera.
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 Afuera. Ah. Okay. Yo llorí, llora.
Llora y llora.
Llorí, llora. Okay.
2, 1.
Llorí, llora. So Brady, if you could be president for a day, what would you want to do?
What would I want to do? Oh gosh, that's pretty tough. I was not prepared for this question.
It was in the study notes, man.
Was it really?
Yes, it was in the study notes.
There was study notes? Oh my gosh.
Can I get the email?
I mean, I'm not even like campaigning or anything. I'm just going straight to the presidency.
What are you gonna do?
Straight to the
What do I do?
presidency. You just
know.
were given the C.
I'll just.
You can practically do anything you want in America.
I'd probably just, start from a clean slate, get rid of all the cabinet members and just bring in my friends. And then we'll just have a nice day in the White House. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know, it sounds like fun to me.
What does a nice day in the White House look like?
Oh gosh.
I have a bowling alley in there.
They do?
Yeah.
That would take a solid
Chefs.
chunk of time.
You have to
Lots of food.
You have to clean. or
Lots of
cook.
food.
Play basketball.
You don't have to clean. You don't have to do anything. You just order food. Oh, basketball? That's true. Maybe some ping pong. They gotta have ping pong. in
We've
there.
got to have
Yeah,
ping
ping
pong.
pong.
I have a ping pong table at home. I'm actually really good. Yeah, I'm the champion.
Like you and Forrest Gump. Like where are
Like,
you?
where-
Okay, so like here's Forrest Gump.
Okay.
I'm about like right there.
Okay.
I
Like
like
no
it. I like
kidding.
it.
Forrest
So-
Gump.
No
I was-
kidding.
if
Like
she was gonna
I
go
am
above us,
like.
I mean,
I'm
Forrest
done.
Gump's an Olympian. So.
Well, I know. Like I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm like really
impressive.
good.
It's
Yeah. Mhm. I have like this kill shot that like sends my whole family screaming. Yeah. No. Really.
I love kill shots.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Weston, if you could be an eagle or a vulture, which one would you be?
Oh, I'd be an eagle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vultures are so easy. You don't even have to hunt. You just eat off the side of the road.
Dude, that's secondhand.
I
That's
like
disgusting.
hunting though. Like that'd be like that's fun. Like I don't want to just fly down the road and find a dead deer and go, hey, look.
And
You
eagles
know?
are so much.
And they get fresh food too.
Dude,
Like,
eagles are like-
get fresh food. And like America, like
You just changed my mind. You're right. You're right. I apologize.
So you wouldn't go for the free meal on the side of the road kind of deal?
no,
Oh,
I'd
access mine!
yeah, I'd
Like,
find
no.
my own food.
Okay.
We work for everything at Ranger football.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
fine.
that's a good
Well
attitude.
said. Very well
Yes,
said.
very good.
Work for it.
So Bobby, you have a joke for me?
Yes, I have a joke for you.
Okay.
What do you get when you mix a chicken and an alarm clock?
I don't know.
An alarm cluck.
That's pretty good.
Oh. Jokes.
What would that sound like?
I think like
Something like that.
it's 6:30.
It's 6.
Like would it cluck once
Gotta
for
wake up
every
when the
like
rooster
hour it was?
crows.
So like if it was one, it'd go, and if it was like two, it'd be
Imagine
like
when it's
that. Like how's that? I'll see you do that better.
I can't make.
Oh yeah, that's good. So Weston, Brady, and Bobby, thanks for being here with me today. You guys are a lot of fun. Coach Brant, back to you.
Go Rangers! Go Rangers!
Thanks, Emily. Coach, what do you make of your players' singing chops there?
Good. Is that what you're supposed to say since we're
That
on
works.
TV, I guess? But never have heard that rendition before. Hope I don't again.
All right. Well, every year, again, we do senior moments, and we also do a weekly segment called Little Men. Here's this season's first edition of that.
Here at Smithson Valley, we employ what is known as a 4-3 defense. By that, we mean we have 4 down linemen who are right on the line of scrimmage and 3 what we call linebackers who are 4 to 5 yards behind the football. Most of the time, on an average defensive snap, you have the 4 down lineman being the first level of defense, if you will. They'll pressure the passer. They'll be the one that'll stop the run initially. However, it is common for us to use what is known in football terms as a blitz. We will take one or more of the linebackers, blitz them up the field, become the 5th or even the 6th defender on the line of scrimmage, maybe get an extra man to stop the run, or get an extra man to pressure the quarterback. Coach Craig Worstopher is here today. Coach Worstopher is our defensive coordinator, also coaches our linebackers. He's going to talk about outside linebacker blitzes, bringing a linebacker off the outside to stop the pass or the run. Today he's going to talk about using that first to stop the pass. So Coach, take us through the little men here and show us what that is.
One way we like to bring the linebackers from the outside, as Coach Hill said. Normally in our defense, the defensive end would usually have contain on a play. So he would be outside. On an outside linebacker pressure, we're going to bring that defensive end inside that tackle and make that tackle choose and bring the linebacker off the edge to try and contain the play and put pressure on the quarterback from the outside if it is a pass play.
Well, let's go to the video now, game clips, and let's watch one of these blitzes off the edge and watch how it pressures the passer into a poor throw.
And here we have our outside linebacker. He's going to come off the outside and try and put pressure on a pass. This is a passing play. Our defensive end, you can see there, is drawn. He's going to come to the inside and try and draw the tackle's block inside. Let's see it in action. Outside linebacker comes. Nobody blocks him. He doesn't quite get there to make the sack, but you can tell he's making the quarterback hurry his throw. It's going to create a low pass that we're able to knock down and make incomplete. So we didn't get the sack, but we caused a poor throw and had a successful defensive play. Here he is again. The defensive end is going to come inside. The outside linebacker is going to come off the edge, and he's going to pressure the quarterback and make him hurry his throw. Trying to create some pressure on him. Incomplete pass, good play for the Rangers. Here we are again, coming off the edge. This time it's a running play. The defensive end has the inside running threat. The outside linebacker has the outside running threat. The quarterback decides to hand it off to the inside running threat. You can see our defensive end makes a nice tackle right there for a short gain. Here it is again from the end zone. If they tried to run the ball the outside here, the outside linebacker's job is to not let the ball get outside. Defensive end, you have the inside running threat. Defensive end does a nice job of closing, tackles the running back again for a short gain. The outside linebacker's containing the play.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, the outside blitz is not always used just to pressure the passer. It can also be very effective, an effective way to stop the run. So, Coach Worstopher, take us through an example of that.
Many times they're running, we're going to execute the stunt the same way. The defensive end is still going to close down inside, and he's going to try and take away the inside running threat if it were a run play, and the outside linebacker would come off the edge to the outside, and he's going to make sure the ball does not get outside of him, and if the threat does come outside, if the ball does come outside, then he would make the play. So we're just changing up their responsibilities a little bit and trying to dictate where the ball will go and who's going to make the tackle depending upon where it goes.
Well, let's go to game tape and watch the outside blitz versus a typical running play.
All right, here we are with the inside linebacker blitz. You can see here the defensive end is getting up the field, and the outside or the linebacker there is going to blitz down into the inside. Defensive end has the outside running threat. The linebacker has the inside running threat. Running back is forced to cut it up inside here, and we're able to make a big play. Let's look at it from the end zone angle. You can see here in our base way of playing defense, the defensive end would be closing, and the outside and the linebacker would be containing the play. This running back here on the left side for Steele, his job is to block that linebacker. Well, we've changed their responsibilities and put the end up the field, and so he's not able to get to the linebacker and block the man he's supposed to. Defensive end's up the field, linebacker's inside, big play for the Rangers. Here it is against a pass play. They're trying to run the ball wide outside or get the ball outside, and the defensive end here, his job is to not let them get out there. You can see the quarterback wants to get outside, the defensive end pulls him up, the linebacker blitzing to the inside is able to come in and help contribute to the tackle and get him down on the ground. Here it is from the end zone angle. Defensive end up the field. Quarterback's trying to get wide. Defensive end, fight outside. Don't let them get out there. And the inside linebacker's pursuing from the inside out.
The outside blitz to pressure the passer and also to stop the run. Thanks to Coach Craig Westphal for being here today to take us through that. And now let's go to Ranger Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, the Rangers won their season opener last week, and this week look for a 2-0 start of the season when they host Austin Anderson. How many times in the coachal era spanning 24 years has Smithson Valley started a season 2-0? Is the answer A, 18 times, B, 17 times, or C, 16 times? The answer is B, 17 times. And in those 17 seasons, Smithson Valley has gone on to win at least 10 games in 14 of them, including the last time the Rangers started 2-0 in 2015, a season that saw Smithson Valley make it all the way to the region finals. And that's right, 17 times over the past 24 years, the Rangers have started 2-0 under Coach Hill. And this Friday, Smithson Valley tries to make it 18 times out of 25 attempts when they take on Anderson. A preview of that game coming up next as Inside Rangers Football continues.
Hello, I'm Steve from GVTC, here to install your 1 gig per second internet service.
Hey, you're Ranger Senior Trayvon Merrick Woodard.
No sir, I'm Steve with GVTC.
Come on. Cornerback, kick punt return, wide receiver.
I'll be over here. I'll let you know if I need anything. Just came in to set up your Wi-Fi.
Thanks, Steve.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. I'm Brian Freeman with Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill. Now previewing Game 2 this season as Smithson Valley takes on the Trojans of Austin Anderson this Friday at Ranger Stadium. The Trojans are 0-1. They lost their openers to Austin McCallum last week, 48-28. Coach, you played this game a year ago. You beat the Trojans there in Austin, 60-20. Looking at what you're up against this Friday, what stands out?
Well, you know, they didn't get a scrimmage in with the Hurricane. They didn't get their scrimmage in. We were fortunate enough to get ours. So their game last Thursday night was really their first time against another opponent. Mm-hmm. Very multifaceted, very explosive offensively. Defensively, their secondary is really, really good. McCallum did have some success running the football, particularly wide on them. Kind of got into a high-scoring shootout type thing, and it got away from them in the fourth quarter. You know, our game a year ago, we don't quite have everybody seated in the stands yet, and we're down 7-0, mm-hmm. and kind of back and forth there for a while. Then, you know, we really exploded in the second and third quarter. We're able to pull away. Not sure we're going to be able to do that again. They're quite a bit better than they were, and as we mentioned earlier in the show, we've still got a long way to go.
You look at Anderson's offense led by quarterback Davis Adams in the aforementioned game against McCallum. He threw for 347 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Trojans also had a 100-yard rusher, 2 100-yard receivers. There's no shortage of weapons there.
No, there isn't, and they're very multifaceted, as you mentioned. You know, it's not let's just focus on the pass, or hey, let's stop the run. They spread the ball around. That's a well-designed, very well thought-out system, and we've really got our hands full this Friday. A little different kind of challenge than Hendrickson, who really tried to stuff it right at you, didn't really make their living throwing the ball, didn't really spread the field. Anderson's quite the opposite.
Now looking at the Trojans defense, looked to be a lot of feast or famine this past week. Right. They forced 4 turnovers in their game against McCallum, but they gave up 48 points and quite a few big plays. What's the scouting report on their defense?
Well, as I said, they struggled a little bit against the perimeter run. McCallum had some real fast backs that were able to get on the edge and kind of make the one-play drive thing, you know, or, you know, nothing, loss, nothing, then 50. You know, it was kind of that kind of game, and similar to ours. Maybe not quite as high, a little more high scoring than ours, but similar in that regard. So, you know, whether we can do that or not, I don't know. For us to be successful offensively, we've got to be pretty balanced. We're not a team, I think, that can line up and run it every play or throw it every play. We've got to be able to be good enough at both to keep them off balance. Defensively, I think we've got to quit giving up the explosives, and we've got to play better coming out of the half. You know, our first time on offense in the first half the other night went 3 and out, and they scored in just a few plays. We came out in the second half, we turned it over on first play, and they went right down and scored. We've got to come out of the locker room and play better.
Well, Coach, you made the long trek up I-35 North last week to go to Pflugerville to play that game. This week, you're at home. How good of a feeling is that?
Well, it's fun. Yeah, it's our kids grow up dreaming of playing in Ranger Stadium, and for many of them, this Friday will be the first time. And yeah, to get off I-35 or that toll road or whatever, that stadium was nice, but none nicer than Ranger Stadium. We're excited to be there.
Well, Coach, good luck on Friday.
Thank you, Brant.
Again, Smithson Valley takes on Austin Anderson this Friday at 7:30. We'll have live coverage available for you right here on Rangers Network. Pre-game coverage starts at 7:15. For Coach Hill, I'm Brant Freeman. This has been Inside Rangers Football. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you again next week.